Okay, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my dream in here. So the thing is that, hello everyone. Okay, this is a little bit weird. I'm trying something different. Basically, I'm giving you a break from seeing my face all the time, or rather, I'm giving myself a break from seeing my face when editing. But anyway, don't worry, I'll still be talking to you face to face in other videos, but for this one I preferred to try out this format, see how it goes, see how we feel, and yeah, I think let's begin with this. So if you follow me on Instagram, a couple of days back I posted a picture of a couple of cards from this beautiful deck that I'm going to be telling you about in just a moment. And I was basically saying that I did a little bit of a dream interpretation after quite a while, because I had a pretty weird sort of apocalyptic dream, and I wanted to dig into it a little bit, if you will. So I did so with this deck, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit about dream interpretation, about how I do it, if I do it, because I don't do it every day, but I'm going to tell you how I do it. I'm going to show you a little bit of an example, and yeah, and basically just going to have a little bit of a nice chill time with you, because why not? So feel free to grab yourself some nice hot beverage, make yourself comfortable, and let's get into this video. So as I mentioned, in this video I'm going to be using the Threads of Fate Oracle Lumen edition. In case this is not a new deck, by the way, you have probably seen it already. Also, it is in my other videos as well. So yeah, just so you know which deck we are using. Now, I left the cards as they were. I didn't read with it after I did the interpretation, so I have the cards here in order. So I'm just going to place them over here and put the deck here. Okay. So don't worry, I'm going to be showing you the cards more closely as we go. First of all, I would like to tell you a little bit about how I approach dream interpretation. So first of all, I do not approach a dream interpretation in a predictive way. I don't really use with predictions, not in the tarot, not in the oracle, and not in a dream work as well, neither, sorry. So how I approach dream interpretation is that I basically see dreams as sort of a tapestry of things that were either going on in my mind during the day, mixed with some memories, my fears, anxieties, sometimes, things that are basically hidden in my subconscious mind. Therefore, when I do a dream interpretation, I try to see what is hidden in my subconscious mind and make it a little bit more clear to me, because dreams are usually a mishmash of all that, and sometimes they appear not to be making much sense, but we can make sense of them using many different methods. Now in this video, obviously I'm going to be using a method using oracle cards. You can also use tarot cards, you can use any symbol interpretation, though I would warn you there a little bit, because the same symbol doesn't need to apply, the meaning of a symbol doesn't need to apply to everyone. For instance, snake imagery, snake symbol can mean something different to me than it does to you. So a little bit careful there, use a little bit of discernment, if you will. Okay, so I'm not really going to tell you about my dream. I'm not going to tell you the entire dream, because I'm a little bit private person. And yeah, speaking on camera on YouTube, but yeah, anyway. But the point is, the dream was a little bit, yeah, it was a ride, it was a wild ride, let me tell you that. Now, what I do when I want to make sense of a dream, or if I want to get more insight from a dream, is that I try to separate, or rather divide the dream in different sections, or take out the different points that I thought were important and I want to look more into. So for instance, my first question for this particular dream was, pretty broad, pretty general. What is this dream as such trying to tell me? What is it trying to convey to me? And I got this beautiful card called the Observer. Let me see if the camera is picking it up here. The Observer. So this was pretty simple point, I would say, because it was pretty straightforward. The idea behind me having this dream is to observe it in its entirety. What is it trying to tell me? Like, pay attention, that would be the word. Because sometimes when we have a dream, we often just, we wake up, we let go of it, we don't think about it much. But about this particular dream, I really wanted to think about a little longer, dissect it a little bit. And this card kind of confirmed it for me, that this dream was worth dissecting, this dream was worth observing. And as you can see in this card, what I really like is that you've got the crystal ball and you've got the strings, right? And hands that actually can manipulate what's going on in there. But this card suggests not to. Even though you have the capacity to do something about it, this card strongly suggests not to. Just observe. Even though it's okay that you have the capacity to do something about it, to take control, etc. But don't, is what I try to say. Also, this card has like a twin card in the deck. I don't know where it is, if I can find it or not. Let me see. Which is called the Weaver, I believe. As usual, right? I believe it's going to be somewhere in the end of the deck. Here! Okay, I'm sorry. I lost it. Here's the Weaver. So this is the twin card, so to speak, of the Observer card, but this one really speaks about action rather than just observing. Okay, let's continue. I'm sorry, my battery died. I hope I didn't change the frame too much. Apologies if I did. Anyway, so yeah, basically I was saying that this dream was telling me to observe the details, observe it and see what I can get out of it. Now, another part of the dream I picked and I wanted a clarification on was that there was this one person present that sometimes is present in my dreams, and here is where I'm not really going to go into details, but I really wanted to know what this particular person in a dream was trying to tell me. So you can do that if you dream with someone and you want to know why this person appeared in your dream, for instance. And the card I picked on that topic, on that point, was self-love. And this was actually such a beautiful message because you know how sometimes when you try to seek love and affection from the external world, sort of, from people, it's usually because you also need to give love to yourself, in a way. I mean, I would say, disclaimer here, I would say I'm a pretty self-loving person. I wouldn't say I'm not. I wasn't always, it wasn't always the case. I am more now. But it was still a beautiful reminder and really something to look into. Where am I not really being self-loving? Why is my subconscious mind trying to seek love elsewhere? Like, how can I give that love to myself? So, pretty short and sweet message, pretty on point also, I'd say. Then the next thing is that there was another person, the one I didn't know, by the way. I don't know if it happens to you. I heard somewhere that it's not really possible to dream with someone you don't know, or no, not like you don't know them. I heard it is impossible to dream with someone you haven't seen before. I think that was the case. Anyway, I dreamt with this person who I did not know. And there was interesting plot going on with that person. It was pretty shady. Okay, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my dream in here. So the thing is that something started going on with the world, with the physics, etc. Things started getting weird and people started disappearing and in some cases appearing again. but in a completely different version. Like they were a completely different version of themselves, and they might not even recognize you. So there was this one person who I don't know in real life, but I was having some sort of a plot with this person, and they disappeared, and I couldn't find them for a long time. Then I found them, but they didn't recognize me, and I was really sad. I was devastated, you guys. I don't know if you experience feelings in dreams. If you don't, lucky you. I do experience feelings in dreams big time. So I was devastated, I was crying, I was pretty broken, and I wanted to know what was that about. And I got the Fate card. So this was actually something interesting, because this card, according to a little booklet that the creators of the deck wrote, speaks about taking your faith into your own hands and running it yourself. But when I look at this card, and what I got first when I pulled this card, my very first instinct, my very first thought, and also looking at this image, it tells me accept certain things. Now, another disclaimer, I'm not really a person who believes in fate as such. I don't believe we have our fate set in stone. I do believe that we have a power to decide stuff and to change stuff and do something about our lives. But I also do believe that there are certain things that we are not in control of, because obviously if we were in full control of everything, our lives would probably look different. And so when I look at this card, the very first message I got really strongly is that sometimes you need to accept things as they are. Not always, let's not be fatal here, but sometimes I think it is helpful, and it can actually be good for you. And in this case, I was thinking about people I have lost in a way in life, and I was thinking about whether I would like them to appear again or not, but I think not really. And sometimes it can be a weird feeling, but accepting that some things happened and leaving them as they are is maybe a little bit better option. By the way, another disclaimer, I love those. I'm only speaking for myself here. I'm not telling anyone what to do, what not to do. If you want to reach out to someone, go ahead and reach out to them. You don't need to be a weirdo about it like I am, okay? So just so you know. And lastly, as I already mentioned, there were a lot of weird things happening in a dream, as in physics stopped working. There were literally oceans going like upwards. It was odd. The time stopped working, like you couldn't tell what time is it, etc. And at some point it got a little bit dangerous. Now, I have a lot of weird apocalyptic dreams, not so often, but when I do, it's pretty interesting. Though I don't know if I mentioned in this video, but in my Instagram post I mentioned it wasn't really scary as such, or like disastrous or something, but it was rather something off-putting, a little bit disturbing and interesting, definitely. So, with all of these things happening, I need to disclose a little bit more about the dream here, so you can make sense of it. So, I was sort of like on a journey. I was in a bus or in a train, I don't know, with other people, and we had to we went somewhere, and then we had to go back from that place to where we began, I don't know, whatever, and that is where these things started happening. And and there was this person, like a driver, in charge of this whole thing, and he was basically trying to get us back. And when we got back, because my dreams are usually like a movie, so it's almost like they are scripted or whatever. They have a plot, they have the beginning, the end, all the jazz. So when we got back, when the dream was kind of finishing, this driver person kind of handed us over some stuff, doesn't matter. And I wanted to know in this case, what was that about? What was this driver and this whole character in a dream bringing up? And this was the card that clicked probably the most from this entire reading, and it is the Patience card. And I'm going to be a little bit cliche here, I don't know. Also, I'm a hopeless romantic. I idealize and romanticize a lot of things, so bear with me. But patience, the important thing always is to be patient. Whatever struggles you are going through, you need to work through them. Of course, you need to be trying to get out of them. But patience is like a key element to it, because nothing changes from one night to another. Is that how you say it? I don't know. So patience, you need to be patient. Whether you are struggling with something and you are trying to get out of that, you need to be patient about it. Whether you have a project that you are trying to accomplish, you need to be patient about it. And whatever, and this is the important thing, this is like the interesting thing I picked up on it. So as I said, weird things were happening in my dream. And what I'm picking up here is that whatever weird thing might be happening in your life, as in things might not make sense, you don't know what you are doing, you don't know why you are doing certain things, you feel overwhelmed, you might feel like you might doubt yourself sometimes, because this is a big thing as well when you're trying to pursue something that you love, etc. Sometimes you might feel like nothing makes sense, everything is freaking weird, but then there is where patience comes. You need to be patient with yourself, with your things, with your stuff, with your projects, with everything, even when things are weird. So, yeah, this is actually funny. This isn't really supposed to be any collective reading or anything. This is literally just me giving you a little bit of an example of how to interpret the pretty weird dream that I didn't even tell you all about, because why would I? By the way, if you're interested in knowing my dreams for whatever reason, let me know. Maybe I can think about something, and maybe I don't know, just let me know for now. Let me know, okay? Okay, so yeah, I was saying this is not like a collective message or anything. This is just me interpreting a dream that I told you just a little bit about. But I think you can still take something out of this, whether that be inspiration for your own dream interpretation or inspiration for life. I don't know. So this would be basically my dream interpretation using Threads of Fate oracle cards. As I said, you can use whatever tool you want to interpret your dreams. Also, I mentioned I do not interpret dreams in predictive way. But again, I'm not saying you can't do that. You can absolutely do that. I know a lot of people do that. It's just my personal preference that I don't. So just want to make that clear as well. I don't remember now if I said it or not. Yeah, what else? I think that would be it from me for this video. Let me know if you like this format, by the way. It feels a little bit different than me talking to camera. I have to admit, I'm literally just looking at my candle burning and talking to the candle, which is quite nice, but also quite odd. But anyway, let me know if you like this video. Let me know if you would like to see more videos like these, or let me know any of your thoughts in the comment section. I would be happy to engage in some conversations with you. Yay! Also subscribe if you feel like it. It would make me really happy. And follow me over on Instagram if you don't already. I used to post. I post magical stuff and some rumbly stuff sometimes, but whatever. If you would like to chill out with me a little longer, I invite you to watch other videos that are available on my channel. And yeah, I think that would be it from me for now. So stay kind, and I'll see you in the next video.